Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashikritau Vande Bhagavantau Puna Puna Isharo Gururatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavada Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayeta. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Verse number 11. Sri Bhagavan Uvach. Asocyan nanna sochastvam pragyavadansh bhashashe gatasu nagatasunsa nan shochanti panditaha. I repeat one more time. Asocyan nanna sochastvam pragyavadansh bhashashe gatasu nagatasunsa nan shochanti panditaha. See the meaning. Sri Bhagavan said, O Arjun, you grieve over those who should not be grieved for, and yet speak the like learned. Wise men do not sorrow over the dead or alive. See one more time meaning of this verse. The Lord Sri Krishna said, O Arjun, you grieve for those who are not to be grieved for, and you speak words of wisdom. The learned do not grieve for the departed and those who have not departed. You can say that this is the very authentic verse, very beginning of the Gita. From this verse, Shankaracharya wrote Bhashya from here. Sri Krishna says, O Arjuna, Asocyan anushochatam. You grieve. What is the cause? Like in medical science, if someone is sick, in one sickness, there may be so many symptoms. The doctor first what does? He tries to know what the root cause of this disease. There are symptoms. They will disappear automatically if you treat the root cause. The symptoms will go automatically. Symptoms are not disease. They are just signs. So Lord Sri Krishna heard Arjun. He was saying, if I fight, the society would be like this, and family would be like this. There would be so many wrong effects in the society, in the family life. He had given so many reasons not to fight. But Lord Krishna did not reply any logic. He did not reply. He directly attacked Arjuna's root cause of all diseases. He says, Asochananna sochastam. You grieve. You are miserable. What the cause? See deeply, think properly what the root cause of the depression, of the misery. If you are not with yourself, then miseries come. If you are with you, then happiness happens. Very simple principally thought is, if you are with yourself, there is happiness, no misery. If you are somewhere else, in past, in future, in body, in object, wherever you are from yourself, then you are bound to be miserable. Lord Sri Krishna said, your grief is because of your imagination. It is not because of Bhishma. It is not because of Duryodhana. Yudhishthir. Is it your imagination? See, when Arjuna entered into battlefields, he was happy, absolutely perfect, absolutely right to fight. He came to fight. He was ready to fight. When Lord Sri Krishna gave the message of Gita, having listened to Gita, he became again perfect. And he fought. And he won. So what had happened in between? Why Arjuna becomes so weak? Nothing was changed there. Everything was perfectly same. Because of imagination. Our griefs shows that you are not accepting, you are not ready to accept the reality. Your sadness says you are disagree with the God. Sorrow is just imagination. In our scriptures, there is a quote, very beautiful quote. This quote says that for ignorant person, every day, everywhere, every time has cause for misery. There is a cause for happiness. Every time, everywhere, you can be miserable. Every time, everywhere, you can be happy. Nothing need to be changed, something. Sri Krishna says, Arjuna, you are so depression. What the cause? Just only your imagination, your ignorance. Asochananna sochastam. Misunderstanding. You are miserable because misunderstanding between you and the God. Anytime, anywhere, causes are enough to be miserable or to be happy. I remember this anecdote, a story. In ancient time, there was a woodcutter. He was very, very poor. He had no family, no parents, no wife, no children. He was alone. He had nothing to live. There was no any cost to be lived. Even house, he did not have even a house, clothes, money. So every day he used to go forest and cut some woods and went to the market, and he used to sell them, and he earned his food. Such way his life was going every day as a routine. No friend, no enemy. It was his routine. Go to forest, cut some wood and sell in the market, take food from the market and live. Years went by. No friends, no enemy, no family, no society, nothing. One day he was coming from the forest with the woods. He was so tired, and so he sat down under a tree and took some rest. And he said, "Oh God, why I am living in this world? What the purpose? Same death. I want to die." And suddenly, death appeared there. The woodcutter surprisingly saw and asked, "Who are you?" Death said, "You have called me. I am Death. I am invited. I am invited by you. You called me." He became so afraid. Yes, he called. So he could not deny, but no one wants to die. He said, "Yes, I remember. I called you, but not to die. I do not want to die. Just please help me. And this is my load of woods. Please help me to load in my head." Death laughed. Even God also laughed. See the human nature. Before some time, he was so miserable. He wanted to die. But immediately, he changed his mind. He says, "No, I don't want to die. I am happy, perfectly happy in this life. I am perfectly happy. I do not want to die." In any condition, any situation, anywhere, you may be happy, you may be miserable, you may cry, you may laugh. Totally it's up to you. It is in your hands. Sri Krishna says, "Arjun, why are you so miserable? You are grieving for them. For what? For Bhishma. Asocha nanno sochastam." It is meaningless. Pragyavadan sabhasase. And another thing is, you are talking like a learned person. You speak like a learned person. The word is very beautiful. Pragyavad. Pragyavad means intellectualism. Intellectualism. What is intellectualism? It means your knowledge is not in your use. You have knowledge. It is a mechanical. Computers have so many knowledge. CD, DVD, there are so many devices. They can speak Upanishad. They can speak Brahma Sutra. But it does not mean they are knowledgeable. Pragya means intellect. The person who looks very intelligent, but he is not intelligent. If your knowledge, your understanding is not useful for you, it is useless for everyone. Pragyavad means your knowledge, your understanding is in your speech, not in your action, not in your understanding. It is a pragyavad. You can speak. You can make even understand to other people. But no meaning. If knowledge is not in your work, your action, that knowledge is pragyavad. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, asochananna sochastam pragyavadasya bhasase. You speak like very intelligently, but see your activity. So see your actions. You are so miserable for Bhishma. You are miserable for Dronacharya. Gatasun nagatasun sa nanu shochanti pandita. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, see the definition of the intelligent. Who is the Pandita? Pandita means here, Pandita means the learned, not only the learned. The Pandita means the person who has digested the knowledge. Pandita means, Sri Krishna says, Gata sun, agata sun sa. Gata sun. There are so many people who have died. There are so many people who are alive. You are grieving for whom? If you are grieving for dead person, it is no meaning. They are dead. They will not listen to you and they will not come back. There is no procedure. So what is the purpose? Being miserable for those who have died, agata sunsa, and those who are alive, like Bhishma, Dronacharya, they are alive with. You know what the purpose? To be miserable for them? Sri Krishna says to Arjun, Gata sunna gata sunsa. The person who has died, the person who are alive, no one is to be miserable. Panditaha, the really learned person is who has understanding that there is no cause to be miserable. Now, next one. Natve vaham jatunasam natvam neme janadhipa nachaiva na bhavishyama sarve vayamata param. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, in fact, there was never a time when I was not, or when you are the kings were not, nor is it a fact that hereafter we shall all cease to be. See the meaning one more time. Krishna says, O Arjun, there never was a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor any of these kings of men, nor will there be any time in the future when all of us shall cease to be. Lord says to Arjun, why are you miserable? It looks you are miserable for this. You are miserable for the Dronacharya. But there is no cause. In this context, there Arjun had a thought, if I fight, these would be done. If I fight, Bhishma Pitama would be die. Die means what? Bhishma Pitama would be finished. And if I would be the cause for their non-existence, then this is a very, very sinful state to me. See, what the root cause of sorrow in Arjuna? The root cause is death of Bhishma, non-existence of the Bhishma. Lord Sri Krishna makes understand to Arjun. He says, O Arjun, natve vaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadhipa. Sri Krishna says, there was never a time when I was not. Just think. Just think. What is time of your starting points? From where you are in existence. Just remember. Close your eyes and try to find out from where you are in existence. What are your starting points? Do not listen Upanishad. Do not listen scriptures. But you try to find out your beginning points from where your journey has started. Some people will say, my journey has started from my birthday. I am old, 80 years. I am 60 years. I am 90. 90 years before I was not exist. My birthday is my starting point. My birthday is my starting point. I am 80. I am 50. Sri Krishna says, just go deep and find out yourself. You have been told that you are 80-year-old. This is the date of your birthday. This is your beginning point. But see, it is scientifically proved, it is medically proved, it can be understood very easily. Before that birthday, you were in the womb of the mother. You were living there. Your birthday is not your beginning date. Before your birthday, you were exist in your mother's womb. You were there. You were breathing. You were thinking. You were eating. You were existing there. And think more. Practically, scientifically, logically, when you enters mother's womb, and suddenly it is not happened your existence. You were before. In first, there was body in womb. Slowly, slowly, body becomes developed. An individual soul entered in this body. Before the soul entered, this body was inert. Just a body. Inert. No consciousness. When we were talking about Guru Purnima and we took a text, Aitareya Upanishad, it is written there, it was asked there, in this body, from where individual soul enters. In this body, there are so many holes. Like you enter in your room, you enter in your house. There are entry points. There are gates. Like in this body, there are 10 gates. But question was asked, from which gate the soul enters? Then it is said, the soul enters in the body from the ear, your head. Your head is the point, your head is the entering point from where soul enters in the body. When soul enters in the body and body becomes conscious, I started watching. Here started hearing. Every sense organs, the entire body becomes conscious when soul enters. Soul enters. Soul not just came accidentally. It was before. It was before. It was somewhere else. And now that soul enters in this particular body. So your birthday is not your beginning point. So go back. Gradually go back. You entered in this body. Before this body, you were somewhere else. You may be with body, you may be without body. Body is not your existence. Body is not your condition. In Upanishad, there is written, there is an example is given like this, like a leech. Leech. You may have seen leech. The leech, what does? Leech is one part is in the earth, and another part he moves around the earth, around the all directions, and when he take a place and he gives support, and another part he pulled out. Same way, the soul, the individual soul, the Jivatma does same. He takes one body and leaves another body. So do not measure yourself with the body. Soul is beyond the time. Soul is beyond the creation. Lord Sri Krishna gives a message, Nattevaham jatunasam natvam neme janadhipa. Arjun, there was no time when I was not exist. Time started after you. Time started. You were before. Your existence is absolute. Sri Krishna says, Arjun, Nattoevaham na jatunasam nattam nemi janadhipa. My existence, not only my, your also, Arjun, you. And not you, these all kings, these all warriors, they are they are all permanent. There was no any time. Time comes later. You are first. Nachaiva na bhavishyamaha. So Krishna gives message, O Arjun, what do you think about Bhishma? Bhishma not just 80 or 100-year-olds. Bhishma is eternity. Bhishma cannot be finished. Dronacharya cannot be killed. Ashwatthama cannot be slain. They are always Nachaiva na bhavishyama, and in the future. In the future, there is no time without soul. See, there is one point. Soul is first. Then comes mind. Then comes time. Then comes direction, space. Everything comes later. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, Nattoevaham jatunasam nattam deve janadhipa nachaiva na bhavishyama sarve mata param. Every time we exist, we cannot be destroyed, we cannot be finished. So Sri Krishna says, Lord, the soul cannot be killed. To know the mystery of Bhishma, to know the mystery of the other people, it is not possible without knowing yourself. See, unless you know the unknown within yourself, you never be able to know any other body. So Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, realize yourself, understand me. I am in past, I will be in future, I am present. O Arjun, same, you are in present, you were in the past, you will be in future. Like same, every king was in future, was in past, will be in future, and right now. Sarve vayamata param. So there is no cause for the sadness. Now next one. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptihi dhiras tatra namuyati. I repeat one more time. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptihi dhiras tatra namuyati. See the translation. Just as bodyhood, youth and old age are attributed to the soul through this body, even so, it attains neither another body. The wise man does not get deluded about this. See one more time translation. Just as the self associated with a body passes through childhood, youth, and old age, so too at death it passes into another body. A wise man is not deluded by that. Sri Krishna illustrates. He says, Arjun, just think. He's giving an example. Your body. You may have seen all changes in your body. Body has so many changes gradually. In very childhood, dehe, kaumaram, then gradually age comes young age, teenage, youth, and old age. There are so many changes happens in the body. And you are not against any change. We accept these changes very, very happily. When you were a child, you wanted to become a strong person. Because in childhood, you don't have so much energy. In childhood, you were suppressed. So we wanted to be strong, powerful. So it is necessary to be grow. Slowly, gradually, development happens. After childhood, you are youth. You are young. Kaumaram yauvanam jara. Slowly, slowly, so many changes takes place. Even science is saying that every 7 years, body completely becomes changed. Our scriptures are saying not only 7 years, every moment body is changing. Every moment, like current of water. It looks similar, but it is not similar. It looks like when you saw Ganga in Haridwar 10 years before, and after 10 years you go and you see this is the same Ganga water. No. Every moment, water has changed. Every moment, another water comes and goes, comes and goes. Sri Krishna says, "O Arjun, see the body. In the body, there are so many changes. You are not in depression. You don't think about changes. Changes are happening. Who don't care about these? Kaumaram yauvanam jara. Then finally comes old age. After old age, then fear comes. Now what would happen? Before I was young, then youth, then old age. Now after this age, only one stage will come, and that is death. The only problem is death. Tatha dehantar. See, Lord Sri Krishna says so simply he says, like in the body, there are so many changes. There are so many stages. And we accept happily. Yes, I am happy. I am so young. I am old age. I am mature person. We are happy. But when another point comes, the point of the death comes, everything becomes so fearful. Sri Krishna says so simply, so smoothly, Tatha dehantara prapti. Another body, soul get another body. There are so many changes in the body. Same Their body may completely change and the soul can get another body. So what is the difference? What is the cause for to be miserable? What is the cause for deluded? So simply, tatha dehantara prapti. He says, just try to understand. Nothing much difference. You will leave one body and you will get another fresh body. What's the problem? I saw a great Mahatma in the Himalaya. He was Avadhut. Avadhut means he did not wear a single cloth in the Himalaya. And the temperature sometimes was minus and there was snow, but he was without any cloth. And he had very different attitude. When outside there was snowfall, he enters in the Ganges. The water is also so cool, so cold. Outside is snowfall, and he used to enjoy everything. It is said his age was about 150. Slowly, because body has its limit, it becomes so weak, he could not walk. One day he declared, he said, now I am tired, I want to leave this body. See the message of Krishna and the declaration of a saint. Krishna says, Tatha Dehantara Prapti. You becomes young, older and older, then elder, then old age. There is no any objection, no any misery. See the saint's attitude. He declared, I want to leave this body. Now I am tired. This body is very weak. I do not want to take this body. So simply, now I do not want to this body. Krishna says, Tatha Dehantara Prapti. Very simple process. Why are you making it complicated? Dhiras tatrana muhyati. Dhira, the intelligence. The Pandit, the learned person is one who does not have any delusion about this process. If this process is natural, let them happen. Let them happen. Why are you so worried? And you cannot stop the process. The things are sure. Then why are you so worried? Let them nature do their course. Now next one. Matra sparashastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhada agama payino nityah tanti tikshassu bharatah. I chant one more time. Matra sparashastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhada agama payino nitya tanti tikshasva bharatah. See the meaning. Krishna says, O son of Kuti, the context between the sense and their objects, which give rise to the feeling of heat and cold, pleasure and pain, etc., are transitory and feeling, therefore, Arjun endure them. See one more time the translation. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, the context of the sense organs and with the objects are the producer of the cold and heat, happiness and sorrow. They have a beginning and an end. They are transient. Wear them, O Bharat. Now Krishna is addressing direct to Arjuna. Before he was telling some absolute truth. Now he says, O Arjuna, how to live in this world. Matra sparshastu kaunteya. How to live. What is the spiritual practice? Things are with their nature. They cannot change their own nature. Nature cannot be changed. O Arjuna, how to live? He says, the worldly objects are dialectical. Matra sparshastu kaunteya. Dialectical. They are in pair. Every object, when we experience, see, experience takes place in the mind, not in the body. Body does not have any experience, of anything. Because body is inert. Like a chair does not have any experience, good or bad, cold or heat. Same body does not have any experience of anything. Every experience takes place in the mind through sense organs. So what happens when our sense organs touch any object? Like I see the chair through my eye. So my eye connect with the chair. And subsequently, experience will happen. This is my chair. This is a good chair. This is a broken chair. This is not good chair. Matra sparshastu kaunteya. Shitoshna sukha dukkhada. Sri Krishna says, O Arjuna, wherever you see, you experience any object through sense organs, it is bound to happen. Sometime there is a happiness, sukha dukkhada, and sometimes there is misery. This happiness or this sadness, the misery, the pain is not hidden in this object. It is created by you. But one more important thing is, agama paino nitya. When you see anything, when you touch anything, you smell anything, you eat anything, suddenly it will give you pleasure or pain. Because you like or you dislike. Because of liking and disliking, every object is available to make you happy or miserable. It is because you like or dislike. Sukha dukkhada. So Sri Krishna says, O Arjuna, the entire universe, the entire phenomenon, you can experience through your sense organs, but it will give you either pleasure or pain. Tanti tikshassu bharata. And Sri Krishna says, they are transient. They are not permanent. Any object may give you happiness. Another day, same object may give you pleasure or pain. Same object, same person, same condition. Today, they are giving happiness, tomorrow they would give you pain. But both are, Sri Krishna says, make sure you both are transient. Agama, paino, anitya. They are not permanent. Every condition, any condition is not permanent. Coming and going. We are watching. Just something going on, drama in your front. You are sitting in a chair, and in your front there is stage, and a drama is being played by so many characters. Someone comes, sings, and goes. Another person comes, dance, and goes. Another person comes, laughs, and goes. And you are watching. Titikshasva bharataha. Arjun, titikshasva. Titikshasva means just observe. Do not be part of the drama. Now, next one. Yamhina vyatayante te purusham purusharshabha sama dukkha sukham dhiram so amritatvaya kalpate. I repeat one more time. Yamhina vyatayante te purusham purusharshabha sama dukkha sukham dhiram so amritatvaya kalpate. See the translation. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, he whom these do not affect, O chief of man, and to whom pain and pleasure are the same, that steadfast man alone is worthy of immortality. See the one more time translation. Sri Krishna says, Arjun, the wise man to whom pain and pleasure are alike, and who is not tormented by these contacts, becomes eligible for immortality. Krishna gives message to the Arjuna. Oh Arjun, being part of this world, every time, everywhere, you are bound to experience something. You are bound. If you close your eyes, it makes no difference. There are so many other senses. And you have mind. Every time, continuously, you will get something from the outside world. So there is only one way, Sri Krishna says, O Purusharshava, for the great person, great man, in your life, happiness will come. In your life, misery shall come. All experiences, Krishna created only 2 degrees. Sukha, dukha, happiness and misery, pain and pleasure. All experiences, you can convert them in 2 ways. One is pain, another is misery. So Sri Krishna says, Sama dukkha sukham. Entire world, your body, your mind, the world, what you are getting. What the purpose? The only purpose is experience. And all experiences can be divided into 2 categories. One is pain, another is pleasure. Sri Krishna says, the great person, Dheer. Dheer person means, if in life pain comes, just wait. The pain will go away. Happiness comes, do not be excited, because it is ready to go. Already gone. Transitory, Sri Krishna says, they are not permanent. Happiness comes and goes. Misery comes and goes. Just sit quietly and see the lila. Sama dukkha sukham. Then you are Dhir. Dhir, the great, intelligent, Pandit, intellectual. Sama dukkha sukham dhiram. In your life, every time, everywhere, you will experience happiness, you will experience pain, pleasure. Be quiet, be calm. Just think drama is being played and you are watching. See. So amritatvaya kalpate. This kind person is worthy for liberation. For this person, no mean for the happiness, no mean for the misery. Misery is meaningful for them who respect the misery. Happiness is respectful for them who respect the happiness. But this person gives zero. No any importance to the misery, no any importance to the pain or pleasure. Sri Krishna says, Amritatvaya kalpate, only that person, only this great person is worthy for the above happiness and pain. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Sankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashikritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Isharo Gururatmiti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyoma Vada Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye.